And, on this show, and for I think people who dissent from the prevailing political view in Washington state, we don't get a lot of wins. And that's really why we have this show, is we're trying to get more wins, and we're trying to wake people up to some of the things that are happening in our state that are so far outside the realm of common sense and sanity that more people need to know about it. But I'll tell you, and one of the reasons we were a little bit late, we were watching on the floor of the Senate them pass three common sense voter initiatives. And I was just sitting there watching, thinking that there was so much work that went into that. I mean, I think about police pursuits. We've been fighting on police pursuits now for 2 years to try to get lawmakers in Olympia to restore reasonable, rational police pursuits in Washington state. And to see the initiative move forward has just been so wonderful. The same on parental rights, as we were watching that this morning. I think back to, when we were pushing for Referendum 101 to repeal Senate Bill 5599 in Olympia, and when we were having a meet and greet and a referendum signing outside a coffee shop in Lacey, and people were protesting us in the background, calling us anti-trans, and anyone who spoke out in favor of parental rights in the state for the last year plus has been vilified in every way imaginable. And now to see the Democrat-controlled legislature being forced essentially to pass a parental Bill of Rights into law, is so much hard work has led up to this moment. And so many concerned voters, 800,000 plus who signed on to at least one of these Let's Go Washington initiatives. Obviously, there's a lot of credit to go toward Brian Haywood with Let's Go Washington, who financed these out of his own pocketbook and made it possible for them to be in front of voters, to have their voice heard. So many volunteers who spread out across the state to gather signatures, so many people who showed up in Olympia to rally, to try to get hearings for these initiatives, so many people who showed up in Olympia and waited in line to be able to testify in front of state lawmakers. See the culmination of that hard work. This is reaping the benefits of hard work. And it is possible. And I think that is such a wonderful lesson out of all of this. We're seeing the benefits of fighting back in a state where things can seem so freaking helpless at times.